We got shirts on sale. Express your evolution and starter Pokemon love by buying an Evolution Family shirt and Which One Starter shirt. Link will be in the description below. And if you need any gaming mice, laptops, keyboards, and all other things gaming, Razer is having a 40% off sale from today all the way till July 8th. Check out my affiliate links in the description below to see all kinds of killer deals, including the weekly sales. I use the Razer Black Widow Chroma keyboard, and I use the Razer Blade 2018 model laptop. They are fantastic items to use. Use the promotion code in the description below right before your purchase if you're doing the 40% off sale. The Pokemon Sun and Moon anime is almost at a close, as our protagonist Ash Ketchum is about to take on the Alola League. Pokemon just showed us a recap of Ash in previous leagues he has been in, and it was an epic compilation of victories and amazing battles. They are hyping us up a lot, and I think it may actually be time for our boy to win a league. To ensure our boy has a victory though, he should be able to bring back some of his old Pokemon and give him a hand. Today, I'm gonna list down 10 Pokemon Ash should bring back for the Alola League. These Pokemon Ash has been with for a long time, and have had an impressive track record for getting Ash out of jams. Before we move any further though, let me just say right now, this is not a countdown of Ash's strongest Pokemon. I did one of those a while back. Yes, some of these Pokemon have helped out Ash a lot and are very powerful, but these are some of my favorites too. I want all of Ash's Pokemon to come back, except for Torterra. But these are the 10 I want back the most. Ash has grown up so much as a trainer, and I am happy to see him debut once again in a league. Hopefully, our boy wins this time. So that being said, let's get started. Starting off this list is Ash's beloved Muck, the Pokemon that constantly hugs Professor Oak and shows Ash the most utmost love whenever he rings Professor Oak's lab. You can tell this lovable goop has wanted to do some battling for a long time, since we haven't seen it in battle for a long time as well. I want Muck to come back so we can see it smother Ash and Goop. I don't know why, but I always laugh so hard whenever I see that. Muck's won Ash some battles too, while still being untrained. It's got a lot of latent potential, and I think it could very easily do well in the Alola League. Plus, it would be great for his Cantonian Muck to meet an Alolan Muck. Maybe he will meet a trainer with an Alolan Muck and they could have a clash. That would be super cool to see. I didn't watch the Pokemon X and Y anime a lot, but from the bit I did see, I loved it. Ash's Talonflame fought against the Moltres, triggering its evolution from Flitchinder and the Talonflame. That's a pretty impressive feat if I do say so myself. I also happen to really like Talonflame a lot, and I love the personality from Ash's Talonflame. Plus I think his Talonflame is super underrated. I like the battle against Alonz and Pheasant, and it seems to work hard in every battle it comes into. So go Talonflame, please come back. You know, we never see Ash bring his Tauros to any events anymore. With Alola slamming Tauros down our throats being a ride Pokemon, why can't we see Ash bring his Tauros back for the Alola League? He referenced it in the first few episodes of the Sun and Moon anime. I think Ash bringing Tauros to a league match would be a great idea. Tauros I feel is such a good luck Pokemon, and it's just a miniature powerhouse. I know some people don't like Tauros because of its win to loss ratio or whatever, but I mean hey, it's a pretty good Pokemon. It's underrated and I think it could bring Ash to victory. Staraptor is my favorite flying Pokemon Ash has ever owned next to Pidgeot, and to me, one of his most powerful Pokemon in a nutshell. We've seen it perform in Sinnoh, and I know dang well it can do well here. Next to Infernape, Staraptor I feel is Ash's most powerful Pokemon on a Sinnoh team. Gliscor isn't bad neither, so for this one, let's include both Gliscor and Staraptor. Gliscor got special training before its Sinnoh League debut. Staraptor was a fierce warrior in his Sinnoh experience, and it really showed what it could do in the battle against Paul and his Sinnoh League rematch. It took so many hits and still managed to hang on for a while. It did that a lot in Sinnoh, and I love it for that. Gliscor was just a goofy Pokemon that was trained powerfully and showed what it had against Paul as well. The Paul battle is what makes me love these two Pokemon drastically. Ash's Sinnoh team was just destructive, and I think it could easily be his second most powerful team next to his Kalos team. I think the MVPs of the Sinnoh team are easily Staraptor and Gliscor, and one more Pokemon that will appear later on this list. Man, I don't think we've seen much of Ash's Heracross in a long time, but we did see it appear in Sinnoh, and it had an excellent performance like it always does. I think all the times Ash's Heracross has made an appearance, it's always done well. That is a Pokemon that has never let Ash down under any circumstances. It did well against Gary, taking a Fire Blast and nearly taking out 2 of Gary's Pokemon. This Pokemon has a lot of power. Not to mention it helped take out Tobias's Darkrai, and even when under a Dark Void, it was able to use Sleep Talk and land off a very powerful Mega Horn off on it. Heracross has a lot of potential that it can can reach if it's trained properly. But even while untrained, this Pokemon still manages to perform super well whenever Ash calls on it. Sure, Ash's Heracross has an impressive battle resume, but my Lord Arceus, is it hilarious. Who didn't laugh every time it tried sucking Bulbasaur's bulb? It was just so hilarious and innocent whenever it would do it. Part of me wishes Ash would have taken Heracross' Sinnoh with him to begin, but alas, that didn't happen. Regardless, Heracross is an excellent Pokemon, and it's a Pokemon with a lot of personality and character. Now, I will tell you, I didn't watch very much of the Unova Pokemon anime, but I think Krookodile was one of the most powerful Pokemon Ash had on his Unova team. It was the leader of a Sandile gang, and they had caused trouble at a spa resort. Sandile wore shades and learned to respect Ash after watching him save some Pokemon. It followed him all over the Unova region, constantly trying to battle him, showing that it was a powerful Pokemon. Finally, one day Ash captured it, and it had a very impressive battling resume all across Unova, winning him some awesome gym matches, and even helped him clutch a couple of victories in the Unova League. I would say Krookodile was Ash's MVP for his Unova journey, if anything. On top of performing well in all these battles, it was able to beat Iris's Dragonite, which I mean is still a pseudo-legendary Pokemon. Sure, it's not a legendary Pokemon, but Ash's Charizard is extremely powerful, and for Krookodile, who I will say is less powerful than Charizard, defeated her Dragonite, it's still a pretty powerful feat. Against Steven's Sock, even being at a type disadvantage, it was still able to win even with low stamina. It's got such a caring personality, it's got a lot of spunk and confidence, and the best part is, for crying out loud, is that it wears shades. The sunglasses are such a cool aspect for Krookodile to have, that it's one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite Pokemon Ash owns. It also makes me feel really bad for it when Croc loses its glasses. I like Ash's Hawlucha a lot, and think it was one of Ash's best Kalos Pokemon. Obviously not as good as Greninja, but it was still very good. It was powerful when Ash caught it, and it remained powerful for the remainder of his Kalos journey. It won him a lot of battles and even helped him out during the Kalos League. Before Ash captured Hawlucha, it was the ruler of a forest and was known for being a tough contender due to it being the champion of it. It defeated a Machamp, so it already had the battling experience before he even captured it. I guess I really love the masked wrestling aspect of Hawlucha, and with Professor Kukui doing his masked royal thing, I think him seeing Hawlucha would bring out some really fun chemistry between the two. If Ash were to battle Kukui for some crazy reason, Hawlucha would definitely bring some fun to that battle. In any way, do I not think Hawlucha is one of Ash's most powerful Pokemon? I think it's a strong Pokemon, but the main reason I want it for his Alola team is because of Professor Kukui. As silly as that sounds, yeah, that's the reason I want Hawlucha to come back. I want Kukui to give it some crazy wrestling advice and see them bond. Am I crazy for putting Hawlucha all the way at number 4 specifically for that? Yeah, I would say so, and I don't regret it. We all know we love Kukui. This will never happen, but hey, you know what? I can dream. Ash's Sceptile has one of the coolest attitudes a Pokemon could ever have. It's confident, caring, and very loyal. Ash's Sceptile was his MVP in Hoenn and the Battle Frontier. As a Trico and all the way until it evolved into a Sceptile, it battled very hard and always looked so cool having that twig in its mouth. One of the most iconic battles I remember is this Grovyle trying to learn Bullet Seed. It would shoot watermelon seeds to practice, and it was such a cool process to watch. I remember when Ash met Drake too, and he had his Grovyle battle against Drake's Shelgon. They were battling on a ship, and Grovyle was jumping from platform to platform on the boat to outmaneuver it. Then Grovyle evolved into Sceptile, and it helped out a lot in the Battle Frontier, having a great track record of wins. The way how it ended the Battle Frontier arc was also epic. Ash had it battle in the final contest May debuted in with her Blaziken, and Ash's Sceptile duked it out. May's Blaziken activated Blaze, and Ash's Sceptile activated Overgrow, and in one hit they ended it in a draw. The battle was so cool and so dope to watch, and that's one of the main reasons why I love Sceptile as much as I do. Don't worry, I won't forget about the Battle of Tobias where it knocked out his Darkrai. Sceptile was the first Pokemon in that entire competition that knocked out his Darkrai or any of the Pokemon on his team. Sceptile is a very impressive Pokemon, and the fact it and Ash had such a close bond to break through the Dark Void shows that as well. Man, would fans have killed me if I didn't put Infernape on this list. Who doesn't remember the deep history Ash has with his Chimchar? He got it from Paul, whom abandoned it, and he raised it into the powerhouse we have today. Paul considered Chimchar trash, and Ash proved Paul wrong by training it and evolving it in his own way. Infernape wanted to prove to Paul that it was powerful, and to prove to him that he could beat him. Ash trained Infernape that entire journey, and it even wound up beating Paul in the end. And let me tell you, Paul was blown away by how powerful Infernape actually got. I respect Ash and his Infernape a lot by being able to prove to his prior trainer that it can be powerful. What an awesome and amazing Pokemon Infernape is. Also, I remember when his Infernape went into Blaze mode for the first time, I think I pooped myself because of how in shock and how dope it was to see. One more thing that makes Infernape an interesting choice is the kind of bond Ash's Torracat and Infernape could have because they're both abandoned. I wonder if they will ever have any kind of chemistry or will communicate with each other. I think that would be super cute, to be honest. Alrighty, so before we get to number 1, a lot of you are probably thinking either Ash Greninja or Charizard. Let me get this out of the way. I highly doubt Ash will get his Greninja back. It had its finale in Kalos against Alon's Charizard. That Pokemon will stay in Kalos for the rest of eternity because it's Pokemon. Ash isn't getting his Greninja back for this league. We may get a cameo someday, but it's not coming back for Alola. I can guarantee it. All of the hype for it ended in the Kalos League, and Pokemon wants Ash to see a new leaf. Now, before you get upset at me any further, let me tell you I don't hate his Greninja. In fact, I was actually cheering for it a lot in the battle with Alon, and I love the fact that I got to see Ash at his peak. Greninja is awesome. I've had videos talking about how powerful I think it is and how dope it is, but alas, it is not coming back to Alola. As unfortunate as that sounds, that is the truth. Now let's hop into number 1. So in the honorable mention, I mentioned you guys were going to expect Charizard, and you were right, to a degree, but I figured instead of just Charizard, why not include all 3 of Ash's Kanto starters, being Charizard, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. This was Ash's original team, for crying out loud. The team he went on his first Pokemon journey through Kanto with. I think mostly everyone wants Ash to bring these 3 Pokemon back, even if it's only for like a match or 2. Even if we don't see all 3 of them together, I want Ash to use these Pokemon again, at least separately, even if it's his Bulbasaur in one battle or Squirtle in another battle. These 3 Pokemon are such a staple to the Pokemon anime series, and helped Ash build his career into a trainer we know today. He loves these Pokemon so much that he told them they didn't have to evolve if they didn't want to. The trials and tribulations he had with his Charizard too, we can't forget all that stuff happened. You can't hype up the Alola League so much and have it be like the Unova League. Let's bring back Ash's old Pokemon and have an awesome league. Let's get Ash a victory. Let's win. Help my inner child be at peace. Well, that pretty much wraps up the 10 Pokemon I think Ash should bring to the Alola League. I love all these Pokemon and the personalities each one of these has. They all have shaped Ash into the trainer we all know and love today. Some of these Pokemon are strong, but all of them are here because these are my favorite Pokemon Ash owns, and I think these are the Pokemon that will make an impact not only as viewers, but for the entire league as a whole. I really do hope Ash wins this league, or at least puts on a great show to watch. In all honesty, at this point in time, I just want anything better than the Unova League, because that league was a mess. But yeah, anyways, enough of me rambling on. What Pokemon do you guys want to see Ash bring back for the Alola League? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. If you want to support me further, consider following my Twitch where I stream a lot of Pokemon content and Nintendo content like shiny hunting, showdown battles, Explorers of Sky, Zelda, Fire Emblem, Smash Brothers, Borderlands, you name it, I play it. Want to support me further in Game Club perks? Check out my Patreon. Daniel Leone, Lady Crimson, Pal491, The Lazy Leo, Matthew Young, Awesome Lego, Jarrett Weezosted, and Sodden Grider did, and I want to thank them personally for going above and beyond. It means the world to me. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mr. Gumbrian, and I will see you in the future for more awesome Pokemon content.